continue to fight the flames as hurricane winds continue to strengthen them.
And this morning we're joined by Chelsea Davis from our sister station in Hawaii with more on what she's seen. She's joining us now by phone. Chelsea, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. First of all, lay out the scene and describe for our viewers exactly where you are.
Yes, hi, I'm in Ma'alaya, and this is the safest, closest place I can get to those wildfires in West Maui, because Maui police have the entire west side of the island shut down. They're not letting anyone through unless you are a county vehicle or a first responder, an emergency crew, because it is not safe on all of West Maui. So they are allowing people to leave. They are allowing people to evacuate, but no one is allowed in. So there's actually a long line of cars. Oh, I'm not sure if you can hear that.
We can.
My phone is going off right now.
An emergency alert? What does it say?
Yes. Public safety alert. Maui Fire and Maui Police have cleared the Kihei residents to return to their homes. So that is great news. Kihei is on the south side of the island. So Kihei residents now allowed to return to their homes after being evacuated last night. It continues to say drive safely, as there are public safety personnel operating in many areas, and that is from the Maui Emergency Management Agency. So that literally coming in right now. So I guess Kihei is given the all clear in terms of people allowing to go back home, but it's still very active, the fires here. There's multiple fires on Maui, on the west side, as well as in the upcountry area as well, Kula and Makawao area, which is on the complete opposite side of the island.
Yeah.
So first responders are across the island today, just working to put out fires.
Hey Chelsea, it's Mike. I know that we've been able to see a lot of this fire damage from overnight, the flames spreading throughout Lahaina, and the road that you're at, again, like you said, you're kind of near Ma'alaya Harbor, and that's pretty much where they're setting up. They're not allowing folks in. Are people able to get out of that area? I know that cell service has been down, phone service has been spotty, so folks have been trying to reach a destination where they can actually reach loved ones.
Yes. So they are allowing people to leave. Residents, visitors, as you know, Mike, the west side of the island is very populated by our visitor industry. A lot of tourists, a lot of the hotels out there as well. So a lot of visitors didn't know where to go last night. They had no place to stay. Of course, there are shelters open that they could go to, but there is, as I'm talking right now, a line of cars evacuating the area, residents and visitors just trying to get out of West Maui and get to a safer place. So no one allowed in. They have this area blocked off in Ma'alaya, as well as the other side by Waihe'e. We call that kind of the back way of Lahaina, Kahakuloa area. So they have just the entire west side shut down on both ends.
And Chelsea, you know, we're glad that we're able to talk to you and that you have cell service, but have you been able to contact any of your friends, any family? I mean, I know that it's probably difficult to communicate right now.
Yeah, great question. I haven't. To be honest with you, I've been, trying to work this as well, but call loved ones, text them, anyone out there, and it just goes straight to voicemail. So that's real nerve-wracking, because I'm not sure how they're doing. I see some of the video. I guess some people have cell service that are able to send us videos, and it's just complete devastation out there. It's unrecognizable. So cell service is down. They're asking people to not even call 911, to text 911, because 911 calls can't even get out.
Wow.
So communication is very, very, very difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine. Of course, it continues to be a very active situation. The sun just starting to rise out there. Have you been able to hear from any other perspectives as far as maybe whether it's first responders or anything? Has anyone been able to assess the damage and been able to relay any type of information? Because again, I know much of Lahaina is damaged. A lot of folks are talking about Front Street, which of course has hundreds of businesses, local mom and pop shops. A lot of entrepreneurs use that area for their businesses as well. Have you been able to confirm exactly the extent of the damage out there at all?
You know, we've been talking briefly with the Maui County Public Information Officer, the communications chief, and she doesn't have exact number of how many structures have been damaged, how many homes, how many businesses, but they can confirm evacuations are extensive and multiple structures are destroyed. She says that they can't give us an exact number right now because it is still so active and they're as actively on the ground, just still trying to get people safe. So they're really focusing on safety. That's what she said all throughout the night and this morning as well. So we don't really have numbers. It's still a very emergency situation right now. They're just trying to keep everyone safe out there.
Yeah,
understood.
a lot of hard work going on there with those first responders, and we can only imagine as a journalist, Chelsea, you're trying to cover this for your viewers and for us here in Northern California, while also just not knowing about your family and friends. So we do pray for you and your family and friends and hope that everyone comes out of this okay. And we thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you very much.